This constitutes the most potent of all threats to the state of Israel. When the Islamic revolution comes to Arabia, the heartland of Islam. And so Dajjal has to do something. And so he attacks the Mahdi. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, he's not going to be using tanks for his attack. The Prophet said he's going to come from the east. He pointed for his attack. The Prophet said he's going to come from the east. He pointed to his fingers to the east 20 times. He's going to attack from the east. How will he attack? Dajjal is going to ride on a donkey. The donkey will travel as fast as the clouds. The donkey will have his ears stretched out wide. I traveled on that donkey to go to Hong Kong last week. So, you're talking about fighter aircraft, big aerial warfare. Dajjal is strong in the air. He has command of the skies. He has his fighter aircraft. He has his helicopter gunships and so on. But when Dajjal attacks, the angels will defend Makkah and Medina, and Sahih Muslim says that the attack will be diverted to Damascus. And then the Prophet ﷺ has described in some detail what is now going to happen. It is reminiscent of what happened over there by the Red Sea. When Moses alayhi salam and Banu Israel, it would seem were cornered, no way out. They were between the devil and the deep blue sea, remember? And at the last moment Allah intervened. Similarly, history repeats itself one more time. When the whole world believes that Islam is a spent force, when the whole world believes that the moment has come and finally and at last to finish with Islam, it is at this moment. Dajjal is outside the masjid, says the Prophet ﷺ, followed by 70,000 Jews from Isfahan, which means that the state of Israel, power in the state of Israel will move from the European Jews to the Jews of the Arab world. That transfer of power has already started. Dajjal is outside, followed by 70,000 Jews from Isfahan wearing the Jewish shorts. And the Imam is inside the masjid, and the masjid is barricaded because Israel has invaded Syria. It's at this time when the Salat is about to take place, this last moment that Allah intervenes. And the true Messiah comes down with his hands resting on the wings of two angels. And Jesus comes down in the masjid. And when the Imam sees the Son of Mary, he will say what John the Baptist said before. History repeats itself. He will say, here he is, this is the Son of Mary. Positive identification. Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, heard about it? He said, I am the fulfillment of that prophecy about the return of the true Messiah. But he had a big problem. His problem is that the Messiah who is coming is the son of Mary, and he happened to be the son of a Punjabi woman.
Can you just make another announcement?
The Salat, the prayer. The son of Mary will say, no, the people have appointed you as the Imam, you lead. After the prayer of the Salat is finished, in which the son of Mary will worship and pray and bow down, prostrate before the God of Abraham, the one God. He will worship God. Don't worship him. When the Salat is over, he will then say, open the gates. All of this is in the hadith of Sahih Muslim. When he comes out, the false Messiah will see the true Messiah. And the false Messiah will become so scared that the Prophet used an Arab expression. He says he's going to melt like salt melts in water. And then the false Messiah will flee. In which direction? Baghdad? No, the state of Israel. And the true Messiah pursues him and overtakes him in a place called Lud. And Lud is the headquarters of the Israeli Air Force. So it's aerial warfare. And the true Messiah now kills the false Messiah. That's coming around the corner. Within the next 50 years, inshallah, I believe. Of course, I can be wrong, but this is my plausible guesswork.